We're in the foothills above our stake right now. You can see this incredible view behind me. You see all of your homes kind of surrounding our amazing Lindon Temple down there. We thought this would be a perfect place to shoot the In the Covenant message this week as we're preparing for our stake conference. As we've been up here this afternoon and just talking for a few minutes, we were remembering 3.5 years ago when we went down to the temple with our youth, with our young men and young women, with your leaders. Mark Greenwood had kind of painted the lines around where the temple was going to stand, and it was just this really fun night. The weather was beautiful. It was in the spring of 2021, beautiful evening, and we were talking as everybody was kind of surrounding the temple there, and then we had everyone take a step in. Is everyone holding hands? Okay, take one step in, one big step in. Everybody, one big step in. And we talked about the fact that now you're standing inside the temple. And remembering on President Nelson's talk when he spoke about our spiritual foundations, he was speaking from inside the foundation of the Salt Lake Temple as it's under construction. And as we spoke that night, we talked about the fact that as amazing as this temple is, and it is amazing, we're watching it. You know, we've been watching it for these last 3 years as it's come out of the ground, and it will open for us later this year. But as amazing as all that is, what will be transformational in our lives, what will be changing our lives forever, are the ordinances and covenants that take place inside the temple. In times of turmoil and in times of distress and in times of challenge we see happening in the world all around us, the place to look is to the temple. The place to look is to the Savior Jesus Christ. And so with that, I'd like to introduce to you our theme for this year, our stake theme. And some of you youth will recognize this because it's the same theme that you have. It's Doctrine and Covenants, section 6, verse 36, where the Savior is speaking and he says, "Look unto me in every thought. Doubt not, fear not." And so when we find ourselves in a place of doubt, when we find ourselves in a place of fear and concern, that we look to the Savior in everything that we do. And in Him, we will find peace, we will find hope, we'll find optimism for the future. When Oliver Cowdery was writing, as Joseph Smith was translating the golden plates, he said, these were days never to be forgotten. Elder Stevenson spoke about this at the last general conference, that these are days never to be forgotten. That decade from 1820 to 1830, there were so many events. He spoke about the fact that from 2024 to 2034, beginning with President Nelson's 100th birthday and ending with the Olympics, that there would be so much, that these would be days never to be forgotten. And so what I'd like to have you consider is for our stake, for the Lindon Stake, that these are days never to be forgotten. That this year, as this temple moves towards completion, that as we prepare to find ourselves within that temple, as we're within temples prior to being inside the Lindon Temple, that we will find peace, that we will find hope in a world that is filled with doubt and fear. I testify to you that Jesus Christ does live, that He guides our prophets and apostles today to give us what we need to find peace in a troubled and chaotic world. We invite you to our stake conference coming up on the weekend of February 8th and 9th. Please join us as we worship the Savior Jesus Christ together. We love you. We're grateful for you. God bless this amazing stake, and God bless all of you in your lives. Thank you.
Look unto